Michael's in the writer's room, Kim, and it's just like to walk in. It's what it does to me psychologically is I have to check my ego at the door, right? So I walk in and I got to show them how to do it, how to lead, right? And so, my son is also an EP, but he's kind of deferring to his dad,
right?
But it's also like my temperament is so that everybody feels at ease, right? As Damon goes, so goes the show, right? And Junior also is like, it's like, no, we got to be here on time, all the time. You're EP, you got to set an example,
right? When you say so people in your family is in the room. How different are you intellectually? Like when you write, how close, how similar? Are you like, you think like Kenan? Do you think like Marlon? Does Kim think like you? Does Sean think like this?
I'm like this. At the end of the day, I have veto power. So I want to know what you bring to the table. Okay. I want to hear what you think. And that's every writer in the room. Everybody has good ideas.
Right.
But not every idea is good for this particular episode.
Okay.
But I want to hear them all.
Right.
Because for the most part, my brain works like this. That's it.
Right.
And either it is or it ain't.
Right.
Right. Either it's a good episode, a good story, or it doesn't work. In my brain, because I write all the time, I can see it just in the pitch. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. But everybody feels good about contributing to these episodes.
We haven't seen Sean in a while because I was looking for, I had never seen Kim. I think I saw you in passing, but to meet you at the NAACP Image Awards, obviously Marlon, a couple of years, many years ago, I met both of them. Is he still writing?
Sean, it's amazing. Sean, they're working on Scary Movie. I don't know what number 6? It is, but yeah.
So since Marlon is in Papa's house, are you gonna be a Scary Movie?
Probably not.
I mean, you perfect with the foot. Are you done with movies?
No, it's not done with movies. It's just that particular, they be watching scary movies that I don't.
That you don't really care for.
Yeah. I don't play with demons because I don't want them playing with me. So.
You know what? I've never really had, because normally when I give my family money, but when you're working with family, how you negotiate with them? Because they be trying to upcharge you.
No, but family gets what they deserve. Okay. They have fair market value. Right. Kim and Sean, and it's the younger ones that come along. You got to earn it.
Right.
So my son, he's a staff writer, and he's earned it.
Okay.
He got 3 scripts in this season. You know, so you get paid for scripts too.
Okay.
You can't cheat the process.
Right.
Because then you
don't want to set a bad precedent, do you? Because what if they're not working for you? Ain't nobody else going to be giving them money just because. You're like, I want you to earn it. I want you to earn this. I'm not going to give you what you deserve. I'm going to give you what you earn. And once you earn it, that means you deserve it, and I'm going to pay you accordingly.
Well, the thing is like it's the industry has a set for what you get at each level.
Okay.
So it's not on me.
It's okay.
And they can't cheat him even if they wanted to.
Okay.
Right?
So
like next year, you put in work and there's a bump for it, and you get a different credit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but I don't feel that I should go in and make him a co-producer.
Right. Okay.
I probably could.
Right.
But that's a disservice to him because now all the other people in the room looking at him like this.
Well, that's not what you earned.
Right. Right. So like my granddaughter is in an episode coming up, and she had to audition.
You make an audition?
She wanted to audition.
Okay.
So Amara, she is a stand-in, right? Mm-hmm. And I told her, so she's doing stand-in for Essence, and I told her, I said, baby, this is an opportunity. When you are doing these lines, do them as if you are playing that role.
Okay.
So go home and I want you off page. After the second day, you don't have a script. You memorize it. Learn to hit your mark. Say it with enthusiasm. Say it like you replace Essence.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. But if you act like that, you get in your reps. Now when it's time to go,
you're ready to go.
You're confident. So she walked into that audition, killed it. And there was probably 20 other women. So I said to the casting, I said, listen, who do you think was better than her? Nobody. And she got the part.
Wow. Nepotism. Talking to Marlon. Marlon said, man, look here. What good is it if I can be in this position if I can't put my family on? What the hell am I doing?
The thing about nepotism, sometimes, Kenan said this one time to the family. He goes, to the next generation, you guys were born on the road to success. Why do you keep making detours?
Ooh, I like that one.
It's like, just show up. And they talk about, we don't want to do Wayne's Brothers. What? We can't keep doing Wayne's Brothers. What? So you go and see how many other projects you get. Build your resume off of funny stuff. That's what you know is going to happen if you do a Wayne's project. It's going to be funny. There's levels to how funny it'll be.
Right.
But for the most part, you can say you did some comedy.
Right.
That you can put on your resume. Mm-hmm. You go do 1 or 2 lines of somebody else's stuff. You ain't going to get off because they don't care about you.
Right. I wanted to ask this. My mom, because people ask why, because I look just like my dad. They asked my mom, why did I name me a junior? And my mom says that wasn't going to happen. LeBron says he kind of hates naming his son LeBron James Jr. Mm-hmm. because of if you are someone, the natural comparison. You are. Yep. You have a junior. And people automatically think, you funny like your dad? Can you write like your dad?
Right.
Ken Griffey Jr., Deion Sanders Jr., LeBron James Jr. What made you? Did you factor that in? Like, well, no, I just want to name him Junior.
I didn't think he was going to be in showbiz. I thought he wanted to be an animator.
Okay.
Right. So I never, like, when you name him, you just, I got my son.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want him to be named after me. Yeah. I ain't thinking about, I didn't even know what I was going to do back then.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, he has jokes about being a junior. He says it's the most arrogant thing you could do. Is to name somebody after you. Like, I'm so wonderful. Look, I'm going to make another me. But he was able to navigate, a very tough road because at the height of my fame, he started doing stand-up. And, because I wasn't giving him money. You had a baby, but I can teach you the family business. So I took him on the road, and he changed his name to something, Kyle Green. And he'd go up on stage, and half his act, they yell, "That's Damon's son!" So he just had to own Damon Wayans Jr.
Right.
But because he wasn't able to concentrate on stage because he kept hearing people, say, "You look just like your dad."
Right.
Oh yeah, you spit him out. He spit you out.
Right.
And it's just like, just say it, address it, and then keep it moving. Now be funny.
Situation we saw a couple of weeks ago, Michael Jordan's son run into some issues, had some drug issues and things like that. I don't know if your kids have ever been.
I gave him the drug.
How would you handle that situation if one of your kids got into a similar situation?
Here's what's funny about my family. We are comedians.
Right. Uh-oh.
So you don't want to write us some new material. I kid you not. I got a phone call this morning from some dude who said he's a hacker, and that he has some explicit images from some young, I think he said boys, on one of my family's phone that he hacked into. And I said, listen, we're comedians. Tell me who, because I want to write some. I hope it's Keenan. I need to know who the pervert in the family is. I said, you can. And he was like, you think it's funny? I said, yeah, it's funny. And go ahead and release it. It's funny. And that's how my family would deal with it. Am I lying, Heather?
No.
Yeah.
Raising kids in a privileged situation because that's not how you grew up. And the thing is, we always, I want my kids to have so much more. And sometimes we do a disservice to our kids because we give them more, and they're not always appreciative because tough times create tough men.
Yes.
Tough men create easy times.
That's true.
Kids that come from easy times create hard times all over again.
Right.
So how were you able, having what you have, kids grew up with 50 times more than what you had. How did you get your kids to say, you know what, my daddy has, but that ain't me. I'm gonna go get my own.
You got to start them out. You got to start them out. You give them bail minimum. If you're happy with $700 a week, okay, that's going to be your life. See how good that $700. I'm gonna keep you off the pole. I'm gonna keep you off the crack,
right?
Because you can't afford it,
right? So
now, and with that comes opportunities to make and to. I can give you a job. I can't give you a career. Wow. And the thing about having like the next generation, they don't have that. And that's what it takes to really hit that next level. That give me.
Yes.
I have that because I miss meals. My kids never miss meals.
So they weren't eating, pig knuckles and everything like that. They eating steak. They eating lobster. They eating crab leg. They
have a snack. What do you call that? A pantry. With snacks.
Chips.
Yes. Yeah. I ain't had none of that.
No.
We had now later that you kept in your pocket, and if you wanted to eat one, you had to sneak it out. Slide it up your arm here. Because if my brothers find out, they're going to take it from you. You know what I mean?
Now that you're a grandparent.
And a great-grandfather.
A great-grandfather too? Damn. I didn't know that. We didn't know that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Because a lot of times, and I'm a granddad now 2 times. My son just had welcomed a daughter about 3 weeks ago.